Libraries across the nation are calling the public to action. This is regarding the proposed elimination of the Institute of Museum and Library Services.
This comes after an executive order from the White House listed the agency, among others, to be eliminated as part of an effort to reduce federal bureaucracy. News 4's Jacqueline Lambert joins us live now. So, Jacqueline, what connection do area libraries have to the IMLS?
For years, Alabama's state library has distributed federal funding dished out by the IMLS to others, including the Dothan-Houston County Library System. With existing tight budgets, Library Director Chris Warren is concerned about what this proposed cut could mean for rural libraries.
The library is a place that honestly changes lives.
This sentiment is why many library leaders are against the proposed cut of the Institute of Museum and Library Services.
We think about the Institute of Museum and Library Services that allocates about a little over $3 million for various public library related projects within the state of Alabama. About 60% of that goes to fund a handful of operations at the state library. The remaining 40% is allocated throughout the state through a variety of grant programs.
Chris Warren is the chair of the Alabama Library Services and Technology Act Advisory Council. This council serves in an advisory role for the distribution of grant funds. Dothan's library system has benefited from these grants, but Warren says it's the library serving smaller populations who could be impacted the most.
So you've got libraries that serve populations of less than 10,000 who have applied for federal grants to replace their computers. And these are computers that might be a decade old. And those are resources people need in order to access the internet, check email, apply for government services, find medical information, connect with loved ones, things like that. I've talked to some librarians who their local funding is so limited, understandably limited, but limited, that they literally cannot buy books.
Statewide programs like Homework Help Alabama and the Library for the Blind and Physically Handicapped could also be at risk. Warren says libraries have evolved into a community hub that provides valuable services to the public. That's why he and others are calling on the community to contact federal legislators to stress the importance of well-funded libraries.
This is not a political issue, or at least it shouldn't be. This should not be a partisan issue. And I hope people would understand that a well-funded public library makes our community better in a variety of ways and in unique ways that no other institution really can.
When recounting examples of why libraries are important to rural communities, Warren mentioned one patron who completed their doctorate degree using the library's computers. Kinsley?
Jacqueline Lambert, thank you for that report. Library leaders are currently awaiting further details on which agency functions will be deemed as legally required by the Trump administration.